Right. Yeah, you were saying earlier.
Yeah.
I by the way, that is in my list of goals. All characters but Coda on a dance pad. It's gonna happen.
In all zones mode?
All zones mode, yeah. I've already done 4 or 5 of the characters. Yeah. I need to do Dorian next, but I did Eli. That was really ridiculous. Because jumping to plant the bombs with Eli was just crazy. My neighbors were so mad at me afterwards because I was just thump all the bombs.
Well, not only is planting them hard, but then you got to get off of it and then back towards it. So you're like off it left, right, off it up, down, or whatever.
It actually started to feel like, because it feels like planting a bomb has a Oro bad spot. Oh, nicely done though, eating the cheese to save the iframe. I was giving Oro a hard time for that little landing in the trap there, but actually did a really nice job to get out of it. But yeah, it actually has a really nice, like, the planting of the bomb feels really like powerful because you're like jumping onto the dance pad. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, it feels visceral, like you're actually putting a bomb down.
Yeah, and it was changed from hardcore to all zones. Actually, Ryan, you can probably talk about that a little better than me on why.
Oh, yeah, just because I saw lots of people, like I watch a lot of streams of people playing the game, and especially when they're playing it for the first time, I like to watch and see, how they react to various things. And I saw a lot of people were scared of hardcore mode because it was called hardcore, when in fact I want people to try it. Like, that's kind of the way that the game should be played, I think. But the reason why I have the other zones is because most people, if they just went straight into all zones mode, they would just get overwhelmed and die and quit, right? So I think they need to learn. But if I call the other zones tutorial mode, people aren't going to want to play, a 30-hour tutorial or something, which is how long it takes you to actually learn everything, right?
Yeah.
So I couldn't call it that. And people were also saying, like, I want to be able to play all zones at once, like playing the way it currently is if you go into a staircase and then just go on to your next staircase. But the problem is you get massively OP because the game gives you a lot of gear, a lot of chests and stuff like that if you play it just from the staircases.
Yeah.
And people don't realize that, that it's unbalanced if you play it that way.
Yeah, well, I think they liked the metagame, but they wanted that for the sort of all zones. But yeah, it's just completely unbalanced.
But by calling it all zones mode, it seems to have stopped those people from asking that sort of thing, because, like, you want to play it in all zones.
Shut them up
for
good.
Yes. So, well, it's not
I
shutting
think
them up, but
you've properly. It was just a labeling issue. It wasn't necessarily like an issue with the way the game was built.
Yeah.
So the change was really just a requirement of changing the label.
Yeah, I kind of think that the game had everything that they wanted. It's just they weren't aware of it or weren't seeing it right. So I think the name change has achieved what I wanted it to achieve. It does kind of suck that it's not called hardcore, because it really should be called hardcore, because that is what it is. But we all know in our heart of hearts that that's what it is.
Yeah, exactly. So we're seeing all kinds of interesting builds going on right now. T has the glass longsword plus ring of courage, which is a pretty fun build. Jack is sporting a titanium bow plus the ring of might, so he's doing the 3 damage on the bow, plus he got the blood drum, so I assume he took out the blood shop. We've got a bit more of a basic build from both Artem and OroFalcon, with a torch and a pretty decent titanium weapon on either side. So it looks like T actually swapped up the rapier ring of courage is an interesting thing. Usually you don't pick up the ring of courage when you have a rapier, but sometimes you have to pick up a rapier when you have the ring of courage, and then things get a little squirrely. So yeah, you get the double lunge effect with that.
Which is awesome. If you can master it, it's faster.
Yeah, it is faster. Oh, and decided to switch it over, and now has a bit of a mop, and I think that's a good choice. I think that's gonna allow, because she's still doing 2 damage, which is nice. And she's got sort of mop factor, which is really good for zone 3. So that's really, really nice. It looks like Oro had a death. I actually missed it, unfortunately, but Oro did go down. Jack, of course, running very quickly here. Jack, probably the favorite for a lot of reasons. So yeah, he's pretty fast. in this game. He also has Zone 4 largely figured out. He can seem to get through Zone 4 very quickly, and it's just a matter of like he knows which enemies to scoot by a little better. I think I've watched him a few times when he deals with the enemies, and yeah, he can really move by the enemies effectively.
Yeah, I would say that he's the favorite. The only question is like he's either the fastest person in Necrodancer or very close to the fastest. He's got most of the world records and whatnot, but the question is, can he do it in a race, right? Like, racing is different than speedrunning.
Yep.
He is definitely the speedrunner guy.
Yeah, and he has done well in the past with our CoNDOR races, but he's had a few, not to call him out because everyone has, but like, chokes and things like that right at the end, and it can happen. And certainly I've seen that in his practice as well. So for the people who think like, it's not fair because Jack surely is just going to beat everybody, I definitely don't think that's the case. I think that there's a lot of ways that this can go. And I think that he's certainly got a lot of skill and the most practice probably, but yeah, this game, it's RNG, and so you might get a trolley dead ringer or something of that sort.
Yeah, well, and also I think it's sure he has probably an advantage in many ways, but it's up to other people to go fast enough to put pressure on him, because even if you make him go fast enough, he can die. There are situations that can occur that can kill anyone in this game. So, but if you let him take his time,
and I think he therefore played this well by getting way out ahead, and now he can take his time in Zone 4. Where probably that situation you were talking about is most likely.
Yeah. If you let him take his time, he's not going to screw up too often. So people need to put pressure on him. Yeah.
And actually, T, another I gotta say success story here is T. She was in the Conduit. She made it to the finals, but she kind of got to the finals for a whole variety of interesting reasons, but did make it to it. But I've basically seen her from, I know I said this during her tryouts, but I basically seen her from the start of her necrodancing and seen her improvements and seen how much better she's gotten at the game. And now, I mean, she's right in there. She's in the mix with the CoNDOR tier players, which is really awesome to see, considering, she hasn't been with the game since the start, but she puts so much time practicing. She plays this game a ton, so it's really good to see.
Yeah, it doesn't require the 2,000 hours to get as good as she is. That's impressive.
Yeah, and actually, Jack, I think, is at 2,000 hours, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's why I said it.
Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry, when you said 2,000, I was thinking of the 10,000 hours thing. I don't think anyone's quite there yet.
Oh, right. No, not quite. Man, Jack doing some swaggy stuff when his Dead Ringer kill there. He also did some swaggy stuff killing Blade Masters, where he used the iframes off his heal spell to stop the lunge and then just kill the dude. Like,
those strats are pretty extreme. Yeah. But, and that's just the kinds of, like, he puts a lot of time into figuring out sort of the most effective ways to deal with things.
He's got the blood drum, but he can't really use it because he doesn't have that much health on cadence.
That's true. Yeah, so I don't know if it's worth, and he actually just took some damage there. So he's only at a heart. He's just got to take out the Necrodancer, though. He's doing okay. T also doing well. She's getting a little bit. She just got bounced all over the map. But yeah, T has a really fast run going here. She's kind of just getting mashed by everything, but that's kind of what her build is designed for. So I think that's pretty good, and she's going to be moving on to her Dead Ringer fight in a second. And that's a GG for Jack with a 8:44, which is pretty close to Slack's time. I think maybe slightly faster. It was an 8:09 in-game, which is definitely the fastest run so far. And T learning that you can knock the Dead Ringer, well, not maybe she already knew, but definitely knocking the Dead Ringer around with the flail, which is pretty funny.
Yeah, if you know it, it could actually be useful, but I think you'd have to practice a lot to be able to whack him into the bells and stuff like that. But man, Jack, look, he had a half heart there. He did use the blood drum once to dig the Necrodancer, and man, that was close. He almost freaking died.
And T's now on the Dead Ringer second Super Saiyan phase, and things are scary. Okay. T. Oh my god. This is so scary. Now, she just got rid of the enemy spawner, so she's in okay shape. Now she just needs it. There she goes. Okay, so she's on to her Necrodancer fight. And frankly, she's got a lot of time. The other 2 racers are both in Zone 1. So we'll see if she can just play it safe. Don't do anything too crazy. It looks like she's going full bomb strats, which is a good call. I think the thing about the bomb strats is it's also safer the way that the stage gets set up. As you can see that.
Yeah.
Oh, careful, Dorian. Careful, Dorian. Oh, God. Okay, Dorian is taking a few hits there. Got to be careful. I think Dorian is the concern in this fight right now. I'm going to pause on Oro's side. Oh,
Cadence is tanky enough.
Yeah, Cadence is looking just fine. And look out for that bomb. Oof. That was a lot of damage to Cadence. That's really scary. Just got to run him down now. There it is. All right, and T with a 2nd place. Nicely done, T.
Yeah, good
hand
game.
over the
Impressive.
points. Yeah, T, she's really improved a lot. She's been putting a lot of practice in. I remember the night before the conduit, she was very nervous, and she practiced her stream before the conduit, which was the day before. I think she practiced for something stupid like 9 hours straight on stream. And she actually like woke up right before her race, and it was a bit of a mess. But it was yeah, she was really trying to put in a lot of practice. But nicely done, T. All that chat love for T, very good. By the way, guys, thank you so much again for being here. I do want to make sure I thank everybody. You guys don't have to be watching this, but I appreciate that you choose to do so. There's, of course, a lot of things going on Twitch at all times, but it is nice to have you all here with us as we go through this tournament, which, frankly, is, I think, already the best tournament we've put on. It's just super exciting. That little wind spell back and forth for Artem was kind of cool. But yeah, this is really exciting for us. Thanks again, Ryan, for putting up the prize for this as well. I know that brings out everybody's A game, so it's nice to have that as well. It's pretty cool.
You know, my pleasure. Thanks for hosting it all and doing all this work. It's amazing.
Yeah. We someone asked, it's like, how many hours do you put in for CoNDOR a week? And I'm like, I don't know. It is a lot, but I like it, so it's fine. It doesn't feel like work. It's super fun, but it is a lot. We actually, on, I guess it would have been Thursday night, we had like a 3.5 hour meeting trying to come up with, that's when I messaged you on Skype, because we were just struggling trying to come up with what the best format was.
Right.
And so, yeah, we had like a 3.5 hour meeting starting at like 11 p.m. to figure it out. Oh no, Artem with I think got Squaga suited there, did not have a good weapon and ended up getting squished by the monster there.
No, he just didn't flawless, so he didn't get a weapon at all.
Oh, is that what happened? Yeah, that but did have a Squaga suit, but that might have been, because was that zone 3? Yeah, so maybe that got Squaga suited first and then didn't flawless. That's probably the biggest danger if you're just trying to push a base build. If you accidentally just miss out on a flawless or get Squaga suited, like, that's just bad RNG. Well,
yeah,
not flawlessing, but if you get Squaga suited, and then that's rough. But a quick map find, that's nice. Still could finish, though it's a little doubtful at this point based on the timing.
Yeah, I think Oro has a chance, but Artem would have to be set a PB
serious,
probably.
Yeah, serious speed. Absolutely. Grom. Yeah, and I do have to give, I failed to give Grom as big a shout out, and he told me not to, but I don't care. Grom deserves huge support and props and applause and whatever. Oh, my music stopped. There we go. Based on the fact that he has supported us so much in putting together our new layouts, and he's been around in some of the conversations, because he's certainly helped out with Balls of Steel, and so he understands a lot of the sort of big tournament stuff. So it's been nice to have him as a sort of I don't know, board member, I guess, or whatever. But also that does go to say that this is a community effort. Oh, this is really scary for Artem here. There's just too many enemies. But yeah, it is a community effort, so if anybody does want to take part or help out or do anything with us, feel free to let us know. If you have any ideas, we would love to hear them. It's not, I don't own it. It's sort of an everybody thing. So yeah, if you do have any ideas and any way you want to help out, let me know. An incoming donation from Squega, $10 donation. Sorry I couldn't race. I'd love to commentate again, though. I love the game and community. Thank you, Ryan Clark, for taking so much life away from me, you supervillain tongue face. Thank you, Squega. That's super kind. Very nice. And yeah, thank you, Ryan, for taking away so many hours of my life. I think a lot of people could say that.
My
totally
pleasure.
Worth, though. Totally worth.
Happy to vampire your life away.
Yes. And Ryan will live forever.
Yeah, that's how it works, right? That's why I make games.
Yeah, I do believe that's how it works, yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, that reminded me something that you were saying earlier. Artem taking a bad death there, with just the timing. That hurts. But I'm assuming you've seen Indie Game, the movie?
Yep.
And I assume that sort of reflected your life in at least somewhat of a way.
Somewhat. The stress parts and things like that, I didn't get. Those guys kind of got screwed over by various things, and I fortunately haven't been too screwed by anything in particular, so I've been pretty fortunate. That's fair.
Yeah, there was some like weirdness with Xbox and all that kind of stuff in the release, and I do remember all that drama, but I think like one of the biggest messages, and like my brother's in indie game dev, and that's actually how I met you, was I went with him to Gamer Camp in Toronto here, and that's where I first played Necrodancer. But there's definitely that, like, you kind of put a lot on the line, and you just hope, because you put so much time and effort, and you said your own money into this game to make it a reality, without really knowing how people are gonna react. And there's a lot of cases, I think, where people put so much of their life and everything into a game, and it just whiffs, and then it's just a gamble. Do you feel like that reflects the industry a lot, and from your experience?
Yeah, it definitely does. I think I have a bit of an advantage though, because this is my 10th game, so I've been doing it for a lot longer, and I kind of have a decent sense for what will get attention and what will not. I think some people just kind of make a game where they're like, I always wanted to make this game and I think it'll be great type thing, and they make it, and it may fail because they were hang on.
That's okay.
Because they weren't considering the audience necessarily. How many people out there might actually want to play this? Is there anybody other than just you who thinks that this is a great idea? And Necrodancer is a bizarre idea for sure, but part of the reason why I was confident in it is because we first put out a teaser trailer and just to see, like, is anybody into this at all? And it got a fair amount of press coverage, and then we're like, okay, that went well, and like, okay, well, now let's bring it to PAX and see what people think about it when they can actually play it, and that went really well. We got a lot of press attention there, so you can kind of test it a little bit.
And I think that's pretty novel now, because it seems like even just 5 years ago that those sort of infrastructures weren't necessarily in place as much, perhaps.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, the Indie Mega Booth made it so it's much easier for small companies like ours to actually be able to afford booth space and deal with a lot of the logistics and stuff that goes along with it. So yeah, it helps, but you could always do a teaser trailer like we did and try and gauge interest in that way, which I think people should do if they're not totally confident in their idea.
Well, I think they should do regardless of confidence, because some people can be so confident in their idea and it just might whiff with the audience.
Right.
So yeah, and I think also Steam is a big factor in that, green light and all that kind of stuff. You can people have more of a platform now, whereas before it was so hard to get anything out there.
Yeah, you can, and Kickstarter also good for both gauging interest and getting some funds and stuff. So yeah, the environment now is a lot easier than back when I started.
I'm not sure if you were watching Oro there. I was biting my tongue a little. Oro was at half a heart into that Necrodancer fight and ended up getting whacked. And I think that's going to be GG. I'm not sure if they're going to call it. We haven't made any specific rules. It looks like they did call it. But since Artem was just going into his Zone 2 boss, it's pretty unlikely he's going to finish that in a minute. So, yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, Disco Pine? Yeah. Get Get your armchairs nice and warmed up because it's gonna be after our day today. It's basically balls of steel all night, and then we're back tomorrow. So yeah, lots of fun streaming. But anyway, sorry I cut you off there.
No problem. Don't remember what I was talking about anyway.
That's fine.
Game stuff.
Yeah, but I find the industry very interesting because like when you hear that the game industry in general is so enormous, and yet it just seems like the infrastructure isn't there. I mean, it's catching up, but it's not quite there compared to all the other media that's out there. It's pretty interesting how it's there and how it's all shifting. We also got a big donation here in Vidion, $7 donation, donating $1 for every 100 followers JackOfGames got. Thank you, Elad. So we can get him like another, 20,000 followers, please. Thank you, Elad, for putting up such great effort to promote the game and keep up the good work. Of course, I can't help it. I can't not do it. So there you go. But yeah, thank you so much, Vidion. That's cool.
Man, a quick dagger of phasing for Jack.
Oh yeah, that'll be interesting to see how far he takes that. Probably the whole way. I mean, it's so strong right at the very end there against Deadringer. We'll see if he goes for the quick kill on Deadringer, because it's always a little sketchy to try and get the Deadringer second hit with the dagger phasing.
Yeah.
That's always a little bit sketchy because he can whack you diagonally, and so you really got to be careful.
Yeah, but either way, it still accelerates things quite a bit, and if you can hit him quickly enough, you can get him to the gong before, mini bosses spawn and things like that, so... Yeah, we'll see if he encounters a trying to phasing somewhere and gets the wombo combo going. Yeah,
but you gotta swap because you can't throw the dagger away, can you?
You can, as long as you dig all the way to the unbreakable walls at the edge of the world.
Yeah, that'd probably be worth, I think. I think that time, I mean, I guess it depends, but that time would probably be worth it. And worst boss, this is something we haven't really talked about too much, but Death Metal 1 with base is probably the worst boss. I did develop a strat where you can basically skip his second phase, which is what you want to do, I think, because that's the slowest phase. But it still takes a long time, and it can be very scary. Also, Kevin.
He had a bunch of bombs, though. I assume you're talking about Artem, right? Because with bombs, you can bomb strat to get through part of the initial phases.
Oh, and there's our first walk of shame of the day, and it's actually with a gi. Usually it's the Squagga suit, but he got himself a gi out of that black chest, and so he had to go back and pick up his dagger that he chucked away.
Yeah.
Classic walk of shame.
Yeah, I love it.
It's a good one. All right. And so Jack's sporting a lot of health right now. He must have found the food shop. He's also got the gold whip in case he wants to do that, and he picked up a miner's cap as well. So this is a pretty interesting run he's got going so far. Now I was gonna say he can use the phasing shrine, but I don't think that's true. It gets rid of your holster and your secondary weapon as well, right?
I believe so.
Everything, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, he would lose his torch and stuff too.
Yeah, might not be worth, especially because torches are so important with the with phasing.
Yeah, if there's a torch somewhere else on the level, then maybe, but...
Yeah, and so it looks like Artem is currently in second here with a 2 damage spear. The luck charm finds himself a potion. Probably going to try and get that. Yeah, you can use the very nicely done using the armadillo to crack open that, so you don't have to waste a bomb. Of course, bomb's very important. So Jack onto his zone 2 boss. Using the gold strat, very nice. A little swaggy there, a little swag maneuver. Nicely done. And T down to 2-3 with Oro bringing up the rear here on 2-1. About to drop down to 2-2 with a pretty solid build. Sporting that ham, gotta love it. Plus the titanium rapier. Obsidian rapier over on T's side, which is nice. I know she likes those obsidian weapons, so she's probably pretty happy with this right now.
Yeah, plus with the Ring of Might, you don't have to worry too much about the losing the multiplier. Oh, and the sunglasses, jeez.
Oh yeah, the swag is real. And actually, on Jack's side, he's got the holstered dagger of phasing with an obsidian rapier. So Jack getting a pretty solid build right now. This is I'm not gonna say a carry build, but yeah, he can basically just hang on to that dagger until Deadringer and just throw it at Deadringer to get to the next phase super fast. We'll see if he actually throws it or if he goes for the double hit. And if he farms up just 50 more gold, he can buy buy those hearts. And I would actually probably do that because there is enough gold just kind of sitting on the ground here. And it looks like he is going to go ahead and do that. So, yeah, he'll be buying those hearts.
Yeah, might as well. Man, I don't know about this miner's cap, though. We'll see if it bites him in the ass or not.
Yeah, I guess, killing the shopkeep would be a good way to get rid of the miner's cap. And T is actually at half a heart right now, so her build's looking a little scary right now onto this boss fight. But she could throw, and she's going to do it. Yeah. Through the dagger, jeweled dagger. Beautiful. So we're seeing some sweet throw strats, which I love, with that dagger packed away in your holster. It's really cool. Finds a freeze charm, which is good. I'm not sure if she would have rathered food, probably. But she is now on to zone 3, just starting.
Yeah, with the armor that she's got, she'd probably rather have any kind of food to let you take more than the one hit, but...
Yeah. But it's better than, I don't know, a charm of defense or something like that. Or a pick.
Yeah.
I mean, those are good, but they're this at least gives her some defense. And yeah, nice pickup there. Gets a fireball spell and a compass, so she's going to be able to map a little bit. Artem looks like going full obsidian, but not with the rhythm shrine. Which, by the way, I really love the change. I think the rhythm shrine change is great. I think that's sort of universal. I don't know if I've heard too many people say opposite, but I really like it.
Yeah, well, credit to Dune. I think it was his idea to make it work the way that it does, and I tried it out, and it felt good. So that's another win from the community. The reason why that doing early access is so good, and then we've been lucky to have all of you guys being so helpful and supportive. The game would not be nearly as good as it is without suggestions like that. So thanks, Dune.
Nice. All right, so there is a few people who don't like the new one. Paratroopa being one of them. That's fair enough. But yeah, I think overwhelmingly it's positive. But who knows? So this is actually a pretty close race. Unfortunately, T is sort of falling behind. I think it's because she's doing a lot of farming because she's sporting that half a heart. It's a little scary. And so we've got 2 of our racers in 4-1. Artem running a lot stronger, more confident build this time than last race. Last race was a little sketchier. So this is really nice to see. Oro got the blood shovel and a lot of health, which is great for the Necrodancer fight. And yeah, pushing through. Jack has more health than I think he knows what to do with. And just a lot of stuff. He does have the digging helmet still, which isn't so good. That can be a little sketchy. And he just found 2 more empty heart containers that he can't even use. So that's pretty funny. And yeah, he's going to be moving on to 4-3 at this point.
I should have made it kill you or something if you take more hearts than you can hold. Like, because you die from cowardice if you pick up a weapon when you're not allowed to have a weapon. I should make it die from, like, greed or something like that.
That's hilarious. And T just got a health up, which is really strong. So she's on to her zone 3 boss fight. But she's actually behind at this point, and I guess she'll be hoping to see if anybody gets taken out. And she's actually got base 3 damage, which is really good. When you have an obsidian weapon and you actually have base 3 already, that's awesome. Now we'll see if she uses her fireball spell that much during this, because fireball spell can be so useful because you can kill those parry knights without any concern, which is really, really good. It's also a good way to get rid of enemies very quickly. And she wisely does not pick up those boots of pain.
And the gargoyles, too. You can smoke them from far away.
And you can get all the health you want out of that. Although it looks like she's going to have a friend here who's going to dish out some damage. Oh, she bombs. Very smart. Okay, so on to the Necrodancer fight. I actually missed the Dead Ringer fight because it was probably really fast. I don't know if he went for the kill or not. I actually just totally missed it. But yeah, this is super close. Did he go for the...
He killed Dead Ringer. I think he used the War Drum to get enough damage.
Oh, okay. Oh, so he didn't use the phasing?
He might have used the phasing in the first part of it. I didn't see that, but I saw he killed him in the final part, which I think you can do if you have 10 damage or more. And so
charged up Obsidian Rapier.
And then you War Drum it.
Yep, very nice. That can be sometimes hard to arrange, but... Yeah, so at this point, so Dead Ringer over on Artem's side. So Artem is looking for second place here. I'm going to give the points over to Jack. He's up to 6.
Yeah, if they can, if someone can keep T from winning this, then...
And T actually went down there, so this is going to make, for absolutely an interesting third match. T actually got hit by a, what do you call it? Statue.
Gargoyle.
Yeah, that's rough. A gargoyle. Yeah, that hurts.
She got smoked first by the.
And Artem getting hit hard by Dead Ringer, losing his potion, and then losing 3 hearts, and just what? What? What just happened there?
Did he? Yeah, he just died at the start of the. Did he miss a beat? Did he have the Shrine of Rhythm, or did he have the?
I didn't think he had the Shrine of Rhythm though.
Or did he have what's it called? The other shrine that hurts you, the Shrine of Risk.
Yeah, but he took 2 damage there. He had a full heart. And actually, Oro is at half a heart right now against this Necrodancer fight. This is craziness. What is happening? And actually, that was good for T. Oh no! Oh my god! Oro! Dorian gets dunked. The old Dorian dunk. What? He had Shrine of Rhythm. Oh, okay. I knew he had that Obsidian. It looked like he had an Obsidian build before getting the Shrine of Rhythm, but... So, I think that's a bug, Ryan.
Why? What happened?
He was trying to move Dorian into place to open the doors and took damage from the Shrine of Rhythm.
Yeah, but he hit the wall with Cadence, though. That's legit. If you hit the wall with Dorian, it's fine, right?
Hitting the wall with Cadence does have a hard damage?
Well, I guess if you've got the Shrine of Rhythm.
Ooh. So...
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know. I don't know about that. Because, I mean, it's you have to for that fight. But I guess
but you can do
then
it
you
with
just have to be
Dorian.
careful with Dorian. Yeah, but I guess that was just unknown. Wow. Wow. All right. Well, that's...
Yeah, I'll think about it. I'll think about it further, but it's consistent with the rest of the game. If you dig and can't move, that's a missed beat. But
yeah,
I guess the fact that you kind of are supposed to do that, yeah, maybe I'll change it.
Yeah, I don't think he actually missed beats. I don't think he did.
He dug, right?
Yeah, it was on the digs. At least I don't know. It's possible. There's no way of me for really knowing. But how do you just miss 2 beats like that? I mean, maybe. But I think it was that he dug. We'll have to check the replay, which we don't have. So we'll go back and but that was wow. That is a brutal, demoralizing way to go down, and that sucks for Artem, especially since Artem didn't get to finish the first round either.
Well, it's not over yet. He's still in this.
Yeah, he's got to go fast, though. The time is running out. I mean, we've still got 7.5 minutes, but my goodness. That was crazy. Those double death there all the way. What does it mean? Whew, wow.
Yeah, that Dorian death.
Dorian death getting stomped on by a dragon. Double Dorian death by a dragon. There you go. Alliterations for you. And now it's a pretty close race again. Both Artem and OroFalcon are pushing super hard. It looks like T is actually falling behind now, even though she had a pretty sizable advantage to start after those deaths happened. And it looks like I think you can get a kill here with the war drum. Oh, she doesn't have a war drum. Oh, there's a war drum. If she bought the war drum, bombed the shopkeeper, and then war drum stabbed. Oh, never mind. That's an even better way to do it. So she just did war drum and then did the 5 times or the 3 times damage to kill the shopkeeper. And that was pretty good, actually. Kudos to T for having that game knowledge. All right, and Artem is just flying. I think Artem is mad. Because Artem is already on 3-3. This run, it's 3:45 into 3-3. That is really fast.
Bonkers.
Yeah, he's mad. Gritting his teeth and just going. Oh, man. And that is Klappa City over there. Look at those Klappas. Tanking the damage. Don't forget you got food there, Artem. You might want to consider using it right now. And there's an Obsidian Spear pickup. So there's another Obsidian Spear. 2 of those. My goodness. And yeah, T is falling behind just because these other 2 are pushing so hard. And that's racing. That's what happens. It's amazing.
Well, she didn't have a very safe build for a while there. She needed to get that armor from the shopkeepers. She took her time to make sure she got it.
That's true. Yeah. Man, and Artem trying to push into zone 4. This is so fast. Stop trying to get tips.
In old CoNDOR, this would have been a super fast time.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this would have been sub 5. And had to go with the slow Coral Rift fight because Coral Rift 3 you don't get the bomb damage and didn't have the 5, but...
And because he's got a spear, if he had a flail or broadsword, it would have been fine.
Yeah, that's just straight up has to go slow. Allowing a little bit of catch up from Oro. And T is into zone 3 as well. So Oro and T are pretty close together. Artem just totally put the pedal to the metal and it's going so fast. Yeah, jumping in the water is scary. You can't get those gold kills with... unless you have floaty boots, I guess. For... what's its name? Coral Rift, there it is.
Or Explorer's Boots.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's a good point. And there's a potion find. I would definitely be picking that up if you can, but they're... How? Those digger guys don't dig up the... Do they dig up those walls?
Yeah, they do.
Ooh, wall pig, and they do. And yeah, this is a good time to go and get that potion. Getting wall pig blasted there. And oh, I missed it. Looks like Oro went down. I totally missed it. Darn it.
Yeah, got Minotaur there.
Oh, did he?
Oh, you know what else? You know what else will get you through the water there? Frog socks.
And there they are. Come on, T. Frog socks are actually super strong with the Necrodancer fight.
I know.
Yeah, it's great.
Slackaholicus, I'm looking at you, you frog sock bombing so-and-so.
Slack. Yeah, no, I like the frog socks a lot. Especially now that you can turn them off. I think that's the key.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's
I don't
like,
know why
might
you'd
as well
ever
take
not
them.
take them.
Yeah.
Like, they help you in the water. You can jump around if you do need to. Like, if you need to jump over a trap or something like that, or just go fast against a Necrodancer. And yeah, you just turn them off if you don't want them. Or you can transmog them into something else. Like, it's not bad to have them, ever. Yeah,
and Artem here using the Risk Charm, which seems now that there's health is sort of more abundant, it just seems rare to be using. But it's good. It's a good thing to pick up. And this is kind of a crappy situation there.
Yeah, I like that for certain characters, items are either good or bad, because like for Coda, that Risk Charm is beautiful.
So good.
Or for Arya.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, it makes me happy that there are certain things people are like, oh yeah, this is not that great of a thing, but actually it is really good for certain characters.
Yeah, there's some huge differences in the item pools and what matters for everybody, which is, yeah, totally cool. Like that.
Or for how you're playing, like if you're speed running or if you're score running or whatever, the different items are what you want.
Yeah. So at this point, I think it's really important for both Artem and T to finish. I think T could really use the extra points there to, if she wants to take second here. At this point, Jack is in. He's got the 6, so he'll be moving on to the next round for sure. So it's going to be a race between Artem, T, and Oro, and Oro needs to basically get second place here, I think. I mean, there might be some tiebreakers and things I'm not considering, but yeah, it's Oro's got to really move it, and there's not a lot of time remaining. T getting surrounded there had the shield spell though, so that's nice for her. But yeah, we've only got 2 minutes to finish this run, and sometimes the Necrodancer fight can be really slow.
Yeah, hopefully everybody's aware that there's 2 minutes left, that the 20-minute thing is gonna, be a factor here.
Yep, and down goes Oro again. So Oro is out for this round. And that might actually cost Oro into the tournament, unfortunately. And that's a bit of a shame. Oro was, I think, trained by Rat, I think. Oh, a nice potion pickup for T. They were doing some sparring. And yeah, Oro did a really good job in the tryouts, but unfortunately was not able to make it happen here today. Yeah, this race is crazy. Whoa, man, there's so many things all coming at T at once there. Artem's onto the Dead Ringer fight and handles it like a boss, but gets the double... Oh, that's problems. Gets the double Skeleton Knight spawn and takes some damage from Dead Ringer. And this is a classic. Okay, Artem takes out Dead Ringer. So Artem is now onto the Necrodancer fight.
Yeah, and no
bombs.
No Shrine of Rhythm this time.
No Shrine of Rhythm either, yeah.
No shenanigans.
No shenanigans. And Yeah, he's gonna have to do the slow fight. T has 2 bombs, which is not enough to get the fastest of kills against the Necrodancer. But at this point, she's still got to fight Deadringer. She won't be having any fast kills with Deadringer, so she's gonna be hard pressed to actually. Oh, and she's taking a lot of damage here. It's a good thing she has that Squagga suit. She is onto her Deadringer fight. Maybe she could catch up if she gets a quick kill here, but I'm not sure she knows the quick kill strats.
Yeah, I don't think she can catch up, but she just needs to finish before 20 minutes here, which is...
Oh, that's true. Yeah, she could still afford the... Oh, no, she's not going to. Actually, I don't know if Artem is either. How much health does he... He has full health. No, that's the 20-minute mark. That's tragic. So I don't think Artem's getting any points.
No, but...
Ouch.
He could still, if he beats T next round, if he wins, he needs to win. He needs to beat Jack.
Yeah, or if he comes... Yeah, he needs to beat Jack or come second, and then we'll see our first tiebreaker. If T doesn't finish. I guess there's a few things.
Yeah, well, that's a shame. Did anybody in chat go rewind the video to see what exactly happened there? Was it just missing a beat?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I saw the missed beat thing, but I think that it says that, doesn't it, when you hit the things? Or maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
He did finish, but I think he was too little too late at that point, so I don't think any points are awarded. I'm just verifying that with Will. Yeah, because that was time limit.
Yeah, he was quite a bit over.
Yeah, I mean, there's some Twitch delay, but I think it was too much. Artem
It was
didn't say
like
anything.
45 seconds. I don't think it's possible that it was that much delay.
People in chat said the death screen said missed beat. Yeah. Yeah, well, a nice finish by Artem, but I don't think he gets any points for that. Let's just double check.
Yeah, that means that Jack can play spoiler here, because if Jack wins, makes it a lot harder for Artem. The best he can do is get second to tie T, and then if T wins third, then that's it. Oro also, even though Oro is not going to qualify, if he can take points away from somebody else, he can play spoiler. So
well, I guess no, Oro can. Oro can totally take it. Yeah,
right. Yeah.
Everyone's still in it. Actually, that was perfect for Oro for them to not finish.
That's right. I forgot.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Interesting. The plot thickens. These four-way races, as much as I was like, four-way, you don't have that like head-to-head race factor. But
you kind of
we're getting some interesting drama nonetheless. That's cool.
Yeah, there's always some kind of combination where things can still matter. Two people are basically competing against each other.
Yeah, and we could even see like a first place, third place from Artem and T, and get a tiebreaker there as well. That's possible. Yeah, we could see a second place from Oro and a no finish for the other two, and then there'd be a tiebreaker as well. Lots of chances for the tiebreaker, the sudden death, which I'm very excited about. I think it was a 15-minute time limit. Both racers run. If anyone dies, they're out. If anyone... Oh, we're going. Gotta get the timer going. If anyone dies, they're out. If anyone wins, they win. And if we hit the 15 minutes, then we have them restart, and they have 5 minutes to go as far as they can without dying. We had to come up with something, and so that's the one we went with. So
yeah,
it's really hard to. Tiebreakers are hard to come up with, but apparently that's incorrect. I'm being corrected by Will. I'm sorry. We did go through a few different things, so here I've got it here. Sudden death format: players will race with a 15-minute time limit. If no one has won at the 15-minute mark, all players will reset and run for 5 minutes on a single life. Whoever gets the furthest wins. If both players die on the same floor, whoever reached it first wins. Right. Okay. So the thing I messed up is that the first 15 minutes is not single life.
Okay.
But it kind of is.
Yeah.
In that it's hard to finish a run if you've died within 15 minutes.
Well, Artem has a good build to start here. He's got the Crown of Thorns and Obsidian Flail.
Yeah, it's like a strong blood flail. Wow, that is a very nice start. I would be so happy with that. That's good, but he's kind of farming a little here. I don't know what that's all about. Oh, I see. Get some armor. Very smart. Unfortunately, because it's zone 1 pulls the leather out of that. So, because that does matter, right? Conjure Shop is reflecting the item ladder, sort of like the. Is that true? The placement of the.
Yeah, if you're on level 1, you can only get items from level 1, or I think it might be level 1 plus 1 level. I think I might have changed it to be like that, plus 1 level.
Yeah. All right. Finds the Shrine of War. I don't think the Ring of War is totally worth with this build, but I mean it could be. When you get plus 1 damage with obsidian weapons, that's generally a good game plan, because you can drop trapdoors a lot easier.
Yeah, it's a lot safer, but he's
with
already
flail,
got the knockback.
It's not too bad anyways, because of the knockback. Yeah, you can just mash. Picks up a Lucky Charm as well. So Artem is really putting together a very nice build. Oro running base nothing, pretty much. T is actually ahead, winning. So this is very interesting. Oro picking up a broadsword. Jack's got the titanium long plus the Ring of Peace, which is going to allow him to go very fast, and it's going to make him go quick through the last couple zones. So he gets to zone 2 just after Oro, and Oro drops, which I believe is a pause. So we'll let our racers pause there. Yeah, we've decided that if I drop, everyone keeps going, because my drops only last 10 seconds ever. But if anyone else drops, then it's a pause. So we'll see them pause in a second. Of course, Twitch delay. But there's no other real safe, smart way to do it. So we'll get the pause in. There we go.
Yep.
All right. So, and it looks like he just came back. So we'll give him the ready. It's the only way to really be safe about this, because we obviously want everybody to be as fair as possible. So our instruction is, if your stream goes down, you pause as well. And we do want to make sure that they don't do anything behind the scenes. And it looks like that's the case. And it looks like, oh, he unpaused and paused again. That's okay. It's like 1 beat. All right. And I think people are going to start to go now.
So I saw Artem go into a arena, and he passed up on the rifle. He took a shield spell, which I probably agree with, since he's already got a good weapon going on. But man, rifle.
Oh yeah, rifle is good. Little sketchy in zone 4 sometimes, but also you can get some pretty good strats. I feel like there's like a guaranteed telemage in the boss thing. If you can get that open quick and fire yourself across the level, you can move pretty quick.
Yep.
Another one of my strats that I really want to see people use is the Crown of Teleport with a map, and then see the shop is on the other side of a zone 4, and then purposely take damage to teleport across the map. I really want to see that happen. I haven't been able to pull that one off yet. Oh, wind spell there. Artem still alive, but that was a brutal wind spell. Just trying to jump into the staircase. And Jack has actually surpassed Artem, but just barely. And Jack, of course, got the dagger phasing, but now Oro is in the lead. So they're switching leads all over the place. This is crazy. Did I say you can move really quack? Oh my god. This is what happens when you talk for like 4 hours. You say stupid things.
Yeah, Artem has the Ring of Peace too. Like I'm liking this build.
It's a very nice build, and I think it'll help a lot. Both Artem and Jack will have a quick zone 4, presumably because of that Ring of Peace. Gotta not drop beats though when you have the obsidian, because you're going to be wasting beats having to build your obsidian back up. Ooh, wow, that was a scary place there for Artem, but takes care of it, and is going to actually farm this health shop, potentially health shop, could be a pawn shop, and it is a pawn shop, so a little bit of wasted time there, but how are you to know, really? And everybody on zone 3, T about to get stomped and timed the iframes wrong, but tried. That's definitely commendable, but yeah, tried to eat the food to not get stomped on by the blue dragon, and actually just mistimed it. Nice try though. And unfortunately, she's back down to the beginning, which is sketchy, and makes that tie chance that much closer to happening. Might see a tie.
Yeah, but everybody but Jack died last run, so if she can have a safe run here, she could still be in there. Absolutely.
Yeah, and Jack's got to come first for that tiebreaker thing to be a thing. Because if anybody else comes first, then I think that's... Oh, not necessarily, no. That's not true, because T could get some points. elsewhere.
Yeah, if she just gets 1 point, then she's got 3. So, you know, regardless of even if Artem or Oro win,
Then it's a tiebreak, yeah.
It's tiebreaker, right? So
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, so definitely don't stop believing.
not panic time yet. Just one of them die, and she's fine. If she gets third, she's totally fine.
But we've got Oro is actually on Zone 4, and Artem just dropped down to Zone 4. And Jack doesn't have any armor, which could be a factor. Although it's really not saying much when Oro's got the gi and Artem's got the leather armor. So really not that much more armor. Although Oro does have the protection charm, but I don't think that's going to really do too much when you have the gi. I guess it'll do a little, but not a ton.
A bit, but you're still gonna get hurt real bad.
Yeah, it's not like the gi is the glass jaw, but it's... Ooh, and getting a little trolled Artem by the... oh my goodness, this is scary. That's a little bit of a swarm. That boss room swarm you can get sometimes in Zone 4 is really nuts. Taking out his mini boss there. All right, he seems to be handling it pretty well. Does not have boots to get through Zone 4, which can really slow you down.
It can be really bad with the flail if you get stuck on a... Well, I guess you won't be swinging if you're on a ooze tile with the flail.
Yeah, and actually down goes Oro. I totally missed it. Again, I keep missing Oro's deaths. I don't know what happened there, but yeah, Oro went down.
Yeah, I missed it too, but he starts strong
far
with the obsidian spear, so maybe he can catch up to T.
Yeah, there's still lots of time to finish, so he's just got to power through. T, not the best build right now. And Jack, of course, his build isn't super fast either. I mean, the war drum's good, but he's got that dagger, so he's got to do a lot of maneuvering. Oh, but he's, wrecking everything with that dagger. So he's on to 4-2, which is where Artem is. But Artem, was that a... yeah, that looks like Frost Charm down there on Artem's side. Artem is dropping down to 4-3. Oh, no, and down goes T. So T's back at Zone 1. So T's got to really race now against Oro. But Oro got such a nice start.
Yeah, T jumped in front of that Minotaur there, just a cat death.
Invidion, no. I am not paid to do this, and I don't know if I'd want to be. I mean, getting paid's fine, but I do it for the love. And yeah, it's fine. Anyway, ooh, Boots of Pain, fine for T. Maybe worth. It would put you down to half a heart, but Boots of Pain can be really fast. And now we've got a really interesting battle here between Jack and Artem. And I wonder if... Oh, Artem gets teleported there. And I wonder if Artem knows the Dead Ringer fast strats, or if can use the flail to good effect. And off to Dead Ringer first, but Jack is right behind, and Jack's gonna have the fast kill with Dead Ringer. I think Jack's gonna take this just based on the fact that he's got the quick kill.
Yeah, and the fact that he's Jack, I think Artem would love to finish first here, give him way better chance of beating T, because if T just gets a single point, then the 2 points are no good for Artem.
Yeah, and Artem is playing this really slowly, and that's going to open the door for Jack to take a nice victory here. And Jack's got a ton of health, a potion. Jack's looking pretty good. He's got the bomb strats as well. He did the blood dig anyways, because it's faster. So yeah. Oh, but Dorian's taking a little bit of damage, and Jack actually using the blood shovel by accident there. So yeah, gotta be careful. And down goes Oro again, so I expect we'll see a pause in a second, which is a bad time to get paused. But I am prepared for it, if people pause, which they should. I wonder if people will be hesitant to pause when they're so close to finishing. And Jack finishes there with a 920, so Jack takes the first. Okay. So Jack did finish. And just as we did it, it seems like Oro has the same problems with me where the stream goes down for like 10 seconds. Because they're all going to start pausing right when... Or maybe not.
Yeah, how do they know when to pause? Does somebody...
Yeah, so our ref should say... so I usually let them know as soon as the stream goes down, and then Will should let them know to pause, but it didn't look like anybody paused there, which is not good.
Yeah, it might just not have been reported.
Yeah, ooh, Dorian tanking some huge hits from Artem there. And oh no, and down goes. Okay, now T paused. Artem just went down. So I think. Okay, we'll have a bit of a restart there. But that was. I don't know if maybe there was a hesitance to pause being on the Necrodancer fight, but I think we have to push the pause anyways. Okay, so according to Will, they just didn't pause, even though he told them to. All right. Well, it would have been different if he... Oh, and he went offline again. Oh, boy. All right. Things are getting complicated. I guess I'm going to run the timer because 2 of our racers are running. Little bit of complications here. Can be a bit hard to get everything confused. Okay. We're going to just keep going.
Yeah, I think at some point you just have to keep going if it's going to keep going offline. Like,
yeah, it's hard to run a race like that. So, yeah, that's a real bummer, though. I mean, I feel for Oro. I've been down that road many times. Me and my Canadian internet. How is the internet in Vancouver? Is it any better than it is over here?
Mine seems pretty good. It doesn't go down too often, but I'm also not. I'm in a town that has its own small internet provider thing, so it's not one of the big telecom companies that I'm relying on. So when it's a smaller company, I think they care a bit more about not screwing people over, because if they did, then everybody would just leave.
Yeah, I can see that. Okay, so now we have 1 down, 1 running, and 1 paused. Okay. I think Artem is running now. Hopefully none of this sort of hijinks matters. I would hate for that to be the case. But, okay. I think Oro is up. Everybody's running. Sorry, everybody. Doing our best here.
What's the reason for the pausing in the first place?
Our rule was that if another stream goes down, everybody pauses, because there's a fairness thing. But now there's just a lot of confusion. I think it was in the rules, but I don't know if everybody's super up and up on it.
But just because their stream went down doesn't mean they necessarily have to stop racing, does it?
Yeah, that was the kind of thing, because we didn't want people, I don't know, we didn't want anything to go weird when people were offline or anything. Not that we'd accuse anybody necessarily of cheating, but it's possible, I guess. I don't know, it would be obvious to us, I think, but anyways. So it looks like Oro is dropping out because his internet's being bad. So we're just going to keep running with where we're at right now. So it still really matters at this point, in that there's 2 points on the line. So if T finishes, because Oro is dropping out. Ooh, and that YOLO teleport by T. If T finishes, T is in, regardless, because she'll be getting 1 point.
Or if Artem doesn't finish, which at this point it looks like Artem might not finish because he's still in zone 1 and he's only got 6.5 minutes left on the clock.
Yeah, exactly. Wow. All right, well, I guess we'll see what happens.
Yeah, he's got to go super fast, or if T just wins, then that's it. But
well, he does have a super fast build. He's got himself the full glass with 2 defense, which is pretty good. The crown and the armor, so...
Yep, just needs some trapdoors and good luck, and hopefully he knows that he needs to YOLO everything.
All right, so based on the timer and what I talked to Will, we're gonna go to 20:30 is our time remaining. So we're gonna go 30 seconds over based on just what his timer was, what my timer is. So that'll be the time limit for this race. So there's an additional, it's sort of like stoppage time, there's an additional 30 seconds added to the clock. Okay. Just so everybody knows. Yeah, he is capable of doing it, it's true. And he's got a fast build. So we'll keep a close eye on him. Looks like T went down. Did I miss that? I feel like I'm always looking at the wrong place, but yeah, T went down. So now T needs Artem. Well, if Artem finishes, then it's a tie. Yeah? Yeah.
Yeah.
So Artem, yeah, just needs to really push this right now. And it looks like T's going to have a hard... No, T will not probably finish this run.
No, can't.
But T's in a good place right now. Still has the... and we might see our first tiebreaker, which would be pretty cool. But that's true,
The world record is like 6 minutes for Jack, so I don't think T can finish this here.
It's pretty unlikely. But you might as well try. You never know. You can get some pretty cool stuff. You can get some crazy combos that can really go fast.
Yeah, Artem's got how much time left here? 3.5 minutes? I don't know.
Nope, down goes T again.
4.5. Yeah, he's waiting for leprechauns and stuff. I don't know if you have time to do these things.
No, I don't think so. Definitely don't think so. Oh, apparently Jack's time is 5:41. Just wanted to make sure you knew that. So there's that.
Thanks for the clarification, Kent. Don't want to get these things wrong.
No, definitely not. Yeah, he's really got to push it. I mean, he's got the armor now. This is where I would consider switching out the glass rapier for zone 4. So I'd still push zone 3 glass rapier, but I'd swap it come zone 4. But what's nice is if he gets hit, he'll be going into a shop. Which, I mean, that would give him the ability to... Uh-oh, there's getting hit. There goes his crown, so never mind. He did get a flawless, but now he has no protection whatsoever. And he's got 3 minutes to finish zone 3 and 4. That's not a lot of time. Well, 3.5 minutes. Switches over to a whip, too. I would have kept the glass. At this point, you have to go super fast. I mean, your tournament life is on the line at this point. You gotta push it. Although he did just take some damage, he can tank through things, so maybe. But the whip is not what he wanted to see, that's for sure.
No, I wouldn't have traded that rapier for any weapon. It's the fastest weapon, and that's what he needs.
Yeah, but I mean, there is a speed factor when you have a heavy plate and you can just smash into things. Like, I think that is a factor. So we'll see. Oof, those Banshees hit real hard though. How much damage do they do? Do you know offhand?
Banshee? No, I don't know. It's in the XML file.
It's a lot. They hurt. All right. So yeah, he's been tanking a lot of damage here. Part of it is because of the whip, though. I mean, he's got a whip on hot coals. That's just usually a bad game plan. So he's got a flawless this boss fight, in my opinion. 3 full hearts, according to Jack. And flawless deep blues with a whip is kind of wonky. You just have to think on your feet very quickly. Looks like he might be able to handle it. So let's see if he gets a amazing weapon. I mean, he's got to get through zone 4, and he picked up the money. Why? No, Artem. Don't pick up money. You don't need it. You have $1,900. Oh, I don't think this is going to happen, unfortunately. I really wanted to see a tiebreaker. Oh, it's too bad.
Well, the broadsword is a bit of an improvement, I think, but...
Yep, I can agree with that. But yeah, it's zone 4 is slow, and those boss fights are slow, and he doesn't have any bombs, and no earthquake spell or anything of that sort, so it's gonna be real dicey. He might get hung up on these golems if he's not too quick. Yeah. Oh, almost blew himself up, but he handled it. Now he's got money for the conjure. There you go. Boots of Leaping. Go for it. No, use the Boots of Leaping. That was your chance. That was your chance. Yeah, you're right, Grom. Grom spent a ton of time finishing up the tiebreaker two-way thing last night, like sort of panic to make sure he got it done in time. And he's like, and you know what? We're not going to see any tiebreakers tomorrow. Sorry, Grom. See, there's some good damage tanking there. I like it. Push through.
But if you didn't finish it, though, then there would be tiebreakers.
Oh, yeah, every run would be a tiebreaker, absolutely.
The lack of tiebreakers is Grom's fault.
Yeah,
for
thanks,
being
Grom.
So considerate.
Exactly. And the rare poltergeist, you really don't see those guys very much.
Yeah, I made them rare because, I don't know, the Zone 4 is tough enough as it is.
Yeah.
And then if you're already dealing with a swarm and then that jerk appears behind you.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so 30 seconds to finish Dead Ringer and Necrodancer. I just don't see it, unfortunately. Mac, be nice to Grom. Shoot. Yeah, I think that's going to just not be enough. A little too late on that one, and it looks like it's going to be T and Jack.
Yeah, good game, both of you. Jack having some dominant performances there.
Yeah, Jack, of course. Yeah, Jack with a very, very, very strong run, of course. Really making very few mistakes, finishing the run very nicely. And so that's 4 of our groups down, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Nice. And so we'll be pushing on to our next set. All right.
Shall I do more chat questions? While
yeah, I don't think it should take me too long to switch things over here. But yeah, if anyone's got any questions for Ryan, and thanks again, Ryan, for doing the commentary.
My
It's good to
pleasure.
have you.
It's fun. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, just ask it in